Well, hopefully more will follow. Let's begin. The article says that two Just Stop Oil protesters have been charged by police after an invasion at the English Premiership rugby trial in Twickenham. Samuel Johnson from Reydon, Suffolk and Patrick Hart from Brislington, Bristol were charged with aggravated trespass and criminal damage. Orange paint powder was scattered across the pitch midway through the first half of the match in southwest London between Saracens and Sale. Stewards removed the pair from the pitch to a mix of boos and cheers from fans, and the game resumed. It was the latest event to be affected by Just Stop Oil after a similar incident at the Chelsea Flower Show. A statement from the group later confirmed the men involved in the protest were Dr. Patrick Hart, 37-year-old GP, and Sam Johnson, a 40-year-old construction worker. The Metropolitan Police said the charges relate to an incident on Saturday, May the 27th, when orange powder was thrown onto the pitch 24 minutes into the rugby game during live play, briefly disrupting the competition. Both Johnson and Hart were remanded in custody and will appear at Wimbledon Magistrates Court on Monday. Kyle Gordon of the Met, Gold Commander for Events in London on the day, very posh title there, said, "To date we have seen 102 slow marches across London by Just Stop Oil that has caused serious disruption and frustration to those going about their business in the city, leading to 51 arrests to date. Similarly, yesterday's incident at the rugby final will have caused frustration to both players and spectators alike." Well, just how long are they going to let people like this keep getting away with these sort of things? I mean, I know it says they're going to court, but they're more than likely to get a little slap on the wrist, "Don't do it again," rather than a serious punishment or maybe jail time. At the end of the day, I know it's like powder paint or chalk or whatever it is they use, but that is still going to need to be cleaned up, isn't it? So the fact that these guys think they're doing no harm by using that sort of stuff, I'm sorry, but they're wrong. They do. Not only that, but it does pee a load of people off. I mean, if I'm in the middle of a game and my team is winning, but it gets ruined because these bellends just decide to jump on the pitch, I am going to be pretty peed off, especially if I've got money riding on, which, to be honest, the only thing I do actually play is a lottery, so that is hardly likely, but some people will have bet on it, no doubt, and therefore they're going to probably be more peed off than a midget trying to reach a top shelf magazine. But anyway, as for the slow marches he was talking about, police should instantly clamp down and stop that entirely, just like they seem to have no problem doing during the coronation. In fact, of course, if I remember rightly, they also stopped a few anti-monarchists just standing there with a sign, and if they can do that, then surely they'll be able to do something similar with Just Stop Oil idiots. I mean, don't get me wrong, people are allowed to protest, but that protest should be peaceful and not cause any disruption at all. So I think the only way they're going to actually fix this is if they give them jail sentences of, I know, a year or two maybe. Or who knows, some other sort of proper punishments to deter them, like, cleaning up dog poo with a toothpick or something like that. Because let's face it, the longer this goes on, with people think they can get away with it, then the worse it's going to get, especially if the police have to rebrand themselves as T-Boys. But anyway, I'll be back in an hour, so make sure you click that subscribe button down there so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you in the next one.